Mahalal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Merkaha Kodash. All right, double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, where I have learned this truth and where I'm still learning this truth. And also shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. Okay, so today this video we're gonna go see if you can guess it. We're gonna go back into Revelation 13. Okay. We're staying with this warning due to it being what we are looking for. Okay, we're waiting for this prophecy, and it is soon come, where they push this MOTB, or Mark of the Beast, or micro C-hip. Put those things together. This thing is coming, man. This world is getting more and more wicked by the second. It is becoming more and more worthy of this prophecy to come to fruition any moment. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and read a couple of things first. All right. Let's go to Ezekiel 3 and verse 17. Okay. All right, this is Ezekiel 3 and verse 17. All right, this is something that the Lord told his men to do. Okay. Ezekiel 3 and 17. And Lord willing, I'm of that number. All right. Lord willing. We'll know who his chosen were on the day of the Lord. Okay. But and also many are called and few are chosen. All right, few. In the big scheme of things, and in the big picture, there are many people. Okay, many people. All right, and then there are people that are called. Right, and even fewer people are chosen. All right, so it's a small number relative to how many people are here. Okay. So this is something that he told his men to do. All right. It says, Son of man, again, Ezekiel 3 and 17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Okay. And I'm gonna read on a minute. Okay. It says, this is verse 18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. All right, so if we didn't give these warnings like the Lord told us, all right, your blood will be on our hands. Okay, so we're supposed to point out your transgressions, your sins, your iniquities, and make them clear. So we go over these things over and over with examples. Okay, with examples. These preachers in church, you don't find them doing that. You find them telling you all the time about peace, about safety, about God is all love. Where are the warnings at? Where are the warnings? Now, a lot of these preachers don't even know what sin is. Okay? Sin is a transgression of the law, and iniquity is sin upon sin upon sin. All right? Okay? These preachers just lull you to sleep. All right? For filthy lucre's sake. Or they could be just sincerely wrong. The Lord could have just blinded them. As an example. As another example. There are many examples in the scriptures of people walking that path. All right? But it doesn't change what we do. Okay, we are to give warning. We are to defend the gospel, take heed to the gospel, grow in the gospel, and give warning. Okay? This is now Ezekiel 3 and 19. All right. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. But thou hast delivered thy soul. Okay? We did the things that the Lord told us to do. We gave you these warnings over and over. All right? Pointed out things over and over. Okay? So when the time comes, all right, we have delivered our souls. All right? And I'm not saying we did it our own. I'm just saying this is the path that the remnant would follow. All right? So the things that we do are because prophecy said that the Lord's men would do this. Okay? So again, prophecy is the root of everything, right? The Lord's word that he spoke before anything happened. Okay? Prophecy, say before, okay? The Lord said all of this. The Lord spoke all of this into existence, which means he prophesied all of this. All right? So because of prophecy, the men of the Lord did what they did. And because of prophecy, the wicked did what they did. The other nations did what they did. Esau is doing what he is doing. And I'm not going too far into this because people have I'm stating this because people have a problem in knowing this. Everything is in order. Okay? Everything is in order, meaning that the Lord made you do everything that you're doing. That goes for everything. All right? So all the angels, even Satan, okay, is doing the Lord's order. He did not rebel against the Lord. Where does it say in here that Satan sinned? All right? There was a conversation with the Lord and Satan in here. All right? He showed up when the other angels showed up. You know? So he didn't rebel against the Lord. He did exactly what the Lord told him to do. All right? Just like the Lord has our Savior, Yahushua, on his right-hand side, he has Satan on his left-hand side. All right? They do the bidding of the Lord, man. Anyway, again, Ezekiel 3 and 19, yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. But thou hast delivered thy soul. Verse 20, again, when a righteous man doth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die, because thou hast not given him warning. He shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he hath done shall not be remembered, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man, that the righteous sin not, and he doth not sin, he shall surely live, because he is warned. Also thou hast delivered thy soul. Okay? So it is our duty. It is prophesied that we would warn you. Okay? And keep each other in check. Keep ourselves in check. All right? Give ourselves warning. Okay? Along with our brothers. Okay? The men and women of the body. All right? Or the men of the body. Okay? The men and women of the body. The people of the body. Okay? Man. So now let's go to Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 9. Why is the past so important? All right. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. All right. So this speaks of reincarnation, points to reincarnation. So if we keep getting reincarnated back here, the same things are going to happen over and over again. Okay. So the spirit of, all right, men are back down here. The spirit of nations are back down here. All right. The spirit of Rome, for instance, okay, is now called America. It's back down here, man. All right. Everything repeats itself. That's why it's important to learn about the past. And speaking of learning about the past, what was it? Let me see if I can. Romans. Let's see. Romans 15:4. All right, it reads, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime." All right, so everyone that's here, we're not here when these things were written, okay? All of these things were written aforetime. All right, so what about the things written aforetime? Again, Romans 15:4, "For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning," okay, "that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope." This is speaking of the Lord's people. All right, these things were written for our learning and our instruction and our reproof, our correction, okay? For our learning, which all goes back to our learning, for our learning. All right? So, that is why it is important to pay attention to all these things. Okay? Eat the whole roll. Take in this whole thing over and over again. There's a lot in here, man. There's a lot in here. Again, I've said this before in this video. If there were twins walking up the street and you didn't know the difference, okay? You weren't acquainted with these twins, would you be able to tell these were identical twins? So they looked the same height, same hair, same eyes, and they even sounded the same, okay? And spoke some of the same things. Would you know the difference? No. But since they only spoke some of the same things, you could get to know them by the things that they spoke, okay? And then in getting to know them, they probably wouldn't look so much like twins to you anymore, would they? Because you would get to know them. Even twins are different, okay? They are different. But you won't know until you get to know these twins, okay? So all these things that have been running through the earth, all these lies, okay? You won't know the difference between the truth of these scriptures and a lie if you don't even listen. You're not getting to know what the doctrine is, okay? There are the doctrines of men. There is the doctrine of the Lord. Okay? So wouldn't the Lord's men have the doctrine of the Lord? Yes, they would. Okay? We are warning you with this doctrine. We aren't telling you it's peace and love all the time. Okay? All right? There are things coming that you need to know about and pay attention to. And you need to wake up, man. And only the Lord can do that. But this is a start. Listening to the men of the Lord is a start. But it's just a start. Okay? Let's get a couple of action verses. Revelation 1 and 3. It reads, "Blessed is he that readeth, And they that hear the words of this prophecy and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Time for what? Well, you will know if you read, hear these words, and keep them. Okay, let's go to 2 Timothy 2:15. Hold on. 2 Timothy 2:15. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto God. All right. Okay. He approves of you studying these ways. All right. Because these are the ways that are pleasing to him. All right. Study to show thyself proved unto God, a workman. Okay. So we aren't to just go listen to some man tell us peace, 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 and then that's it. Every week you get a day of hearing peace, 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 and that's it. It says a workman. What does that mean? That doesn't mean get your ass up, jump in the car, go listen to the man, jump back in your car, come home, and just you start telling everybody peace, peace, peace. That's not what a workman is, man. A workman is more than that. A workman in these things, all right, in these things of this prophecy, all right, we know that there is more to that word. And it's not just peace. It's not all about peace, man. Study to, again, 2 Timothy chapter 2 and 15. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. Why? Why are we not ashamed of doing this? I just told you up above. Study to show thyself approved unto God. The Lord told us to do this. Okay? To give warnings. Okay? To show you your sins and transgressions. Point them out. And tell you to turn this way. Walk this way, man. All right? To tell you that that's a lie. This is how I know. Go back to the scriptures and point it out to you. Okay? Again, 2 Timothy 2 and 15. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. How are you going to do that and you're not reading the things in this book? You're not keeping the things in this book. You're not hearing the words of this prophecy. How are you doing that? And in not doing that, you're not going to be ready for the time that is at hand. All right? You don't even know what time it is. Okay? According to the scriptures, according to the Holy Scriptures, you have no idea what time it is or what's coming. You think the Lord is coming back to hit everyone with a big pink pillow with a heart on it? Okay? It's not what's going to happen. Let's go to Matthew 5 and is it 34? Or Matthew 5 and 17? Let me see. Actually, it's Matthew 10 and 34. Let's go Matthew 10:34 first. All right. All right. This is Matthew 10 and 34. Think not, listen, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. First thing you hear in these churches is peace, peace, peace. First thing you hear from Christians when you try to tell them the truth, Peace, peace, peace. Love, peace, love, peace, peace, love. Matthew 10 and 34. This is in the Bible, right? That is the Bible? I just want to make sure. Matthew 10 and 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I am not, excuse me, I came not to send peace, but a sword. Hold on. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. He said, think not that I am come to send peace, but I'm going to go ahead and just tell you about peace all the time. All right? I'm going to just tell you about peace all the time. And he's coming with a sword, but I'm going to just tell you love. Okay? Is that what y'all mean? Okay. I know what it is. When you say he's all peace, you mean that he's not come to send peace. So you say the opposite of what is in these scriptures. And I came not to send peace, but a sword. So opposite of sword, love. Okay. We get it now. All right. Verse 35, for I am not come to set a man at variance, or excuse me, it didn't say not come. It said, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Yeah, that sounds like peace, man. Right? That sounds like peace, right? And the Lord did not come down here for no love and peace. And he also didn't come down here to do this either. Let's go to Matthew 5 and 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. Okay, so if he did, if the who can destroy the law if the Lord didn't destroy the law? What pose you that question like that? If the Lord said right here, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. Who destroyed the law? For you people who say that the law is done. Who did that? And where do you find that at? Where do you find that in the scriptures? Who destroyed the law, man? This is Matthew. This is Matthew. Okay? Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. Was Moses a prophet? Yes. All right. Where did Moses get those laws from? The Lord, right? So who can do away with the law, if not the Lord? Because right here he tells me, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. So who did that? Who destroyed the law? Ask that person that told you that the law is no longer down here. If you don't know, you go ask. Can you ask questions like this? Or are you just to listen to what he says and just take it as the word? Go ask them. If the law isn't here, why did the Lord say this? All right, go ask them that. Matthew 5 and 17, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy the law, but to fulfill. Listen, for verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Okay, you take that word fulfill and you have no idea what it means, man. You apply your own understanding to it. But there's some understanding that's missing. When he said I come, or when he said fulfilled, okay, did the scriptures in there, or is there more to do? The Lord is coming back, isn't he? All right. What is he coming to do? If everything is done, when is he, or what is he coming back to do? And guess what? After he comes back and handles his business, all right, finishes what he's doing, guess what's going to happen? You think the law is going to be done away with now? Then, no. He's going to put it on our inward parts so that we can walk in the law 100%. Be perfect. Be immortal in the law. All right, so who destroyed the law? Because he said he did not come to destroy the law, and he said the law would not pass away. Not one jot or one tittle, not the smallest part of the law would pass away. So who destroyed the law? All right, and why is he coming with a sword? What is that sword for, man? Did he not mean sword? Is it something else? Is it a tick? Is it one of? I know what it is. It's one of those long feathers that you tickle somebody with, right? He just called it a sword. Is that what it is? Y'all need to come out of them churches, man. Them four walls have nothing for you as far as the truth. All right. Those buildings are like whited sepulchres, and all of you in there are dead men's bones. Okay. All right. So that scripture is actually talking about someone who outwardly looks the part, but inward is still dead. All right. But I'm just saying that building. All of you are dead on the inside of that building, man. The buildings look good on the outside, man. But all of you are still dead men's bones in there. All right. I need to open up these scriptures. It said, "Blessed is he that readeth." It said he did not come to destroy the law and the prophets. Listen to the prophets, man. Listen to the men of the Lord who tell you the truth. You are still filthy. You need the Lord. If the law was done away with, if it was all love, what are you needing the Lord for, man? You need him because you are naked, you are filthy, you are poor, you are miserable. All right, but you don't know that because them people in there are treating you like Weekend at Bernie's, holding you up, and you just dead, man. You just dead, holding you up and mouthing your mouth, love, peace, love, peace. All right, y'all better pray the Lord wakes you up because again, let's go read it again. Revelation 1 and 3. And then we'll get to the warning, all right? We'll get to one of many warnings that the Lord gave to us. And I'm not boasting. This is not a boasting thing. This is doing what the Lord told us to do. Give you warning. Pleading with you, really. This is love. Pointing out your wrongs, wanting you to turn. That is love. This is the Lord's love. Put men down here to tell you the truth. Whether you hear or forbear. All right? Revelation 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. All right, Lord willing, he'll wake you up, man. You listening to these videos is a step. All right, that fear should still be on you. Still fear the Lord, man. He could have you listen to this and things like this. All right, the truth, and you'll either turn, okay, and walk in the light, or or you'll go further into the darkness and become a demon. Okay? Alright, let's get to the warning. This is Revelation. Let me check this time real quick. First, I'll get to. Okay. Let me check this time. Okay. I need to work on, when I listen to these videos back, I need to work on the audio. Sometimes this comes through clear, maybe because I lean forward at sometimes, some certain points, but it's been sounding pretty low to me. Hopefully you hear it clearly. So let's get to this warning about the micro C-hip, or the MOTB. Okay. This is Revelation 13, 16, and 17. Well, I'll start with 16, okay? And he causeth all, both small and great. Well, hold on. Before we get to this, I've seen this pop up, man. Let's see if I can find it. All right. Okay, this is Jeremiah. This title came up uh, on a video that came across my alerts. Okay, and I went to it and read a little bit of this before I turned this camera on. And this is Jeremiah. All right. This is something that happened. Hold on. Actually, you tell me. When did this happen? Now, listen to this. All right, let me read this summary of the chapter. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 8. It reads, "The calamity of the Jews, both dead and alive." All right. Yo. He upbraideth their foolish and shameless impenitence. He showeth their grievous judgment, and bewaileth their desperate estate. Okay. I wish I had my other technology so we could go into the words of this. But let's read this. All right, and try to listen to this in the spirit, okay? If you can, all right? It reads, "At that time, saith the Lord, they shall bring out the bones of the kings of Judah, and the bones of his princes, and the bones of the priests, and the bones of the prophets, and the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem out of their graves. And they shall spread them before the sun and the moon and all the hosts of heaven, whom they have loved, and whom they have served, and after whom they have walked, and whom they have sought, and whom they have worshipped. They shall not be gathered nor buried. They shall be for doing, or excuse me, they shall be for dung upon the face of the earth." All right. And that's what this whole culture has become. That's what Israelites have become. Dung upon the face of the earth. All right. And the Lord told us not to worship the things in heaven, as far as sun, moon, stars, or any idols. All right, just himself. All right. This is verse 3, Jeremiah 8. And death shall be chosen rather than life by all the residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places whither I have driven them, saith the Lord of hosts. All right, so who did he drive among all the other places? Israelites. Okay, and most of them are choosing death rather than light, or rather than life. Okay, verse 4 of Jeremiah 8. Moreover, thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord, shall they fall and not arise? Shall he turn away and not return? All right, you're not trying to return to the Lord, man? Or you probably don't even know you fell away. You don't even know who you are because you're not listening. Okay, so you're not trying to return. Or some people are listening and still aren't returning, man. All right. Verse 5. Why then is this people of Jerusalem slidden back by a perpetual backsliding? They hold fast deceit. They refuse to return. I hearkened and heard, but they spake not aright. No man repented him of his wickedness, saying, What have I done? Everyone turned to his course, as the horse rusheth into the battle. Yea, the stork in heaven knoweth her appointed times, and the turtle and the crane and the swallow observe the time of their coming, but my people know not the judgment of the Lord. How do ye say, We are wise, and the law of the Lord is with us? Lo, certainly, in vain made he it. The pen of the scribes is in vain. So you saying the law is nothing, man. Okay, you are saying the law is nothing. All right, they're just words. They're just empty words, right? Verse 9 of Jeremiah 8. The wise men are ashamed, they are dismayed and taken. Lo, they have rejected the word of the Lord, and what wisdom is in them? All right, no wisdom is in you, man. The knowledge of this world is foolishness. All right, the wisdom of this world is foolishness. Okay, knowledge to do wickedness is not knowledge at all, man. All right, and anything outside of this is wickedness. Okay, verse 10 of Jeremiah 8. Therefore will I give their wives unto others, and their fields to them that shall inherit them. For every one, from the least even unto the greatest, is given to covetousness, from the prophet even unto the priest. Everyone dealeth falsely, man. We all fail. All right, we've all been wicked, all of us. All right, and we've all dealing falsely. We've all dealt falsely with the Lord. All right. Okay. At first, he winked at our ignorance, and now the truth is down here, and you still got people just not wanting to listen, man. Okay, but some, a remnant, are paying attention and coming back. All right, returning. Okay, this is verse 11 of Jeremiah 8. For they have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, Peace, peace, when there is no peace. Were they ashamed when they have committed abomination? Nay, they were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore shall they fall among them that fall, In the time of their visitation, they shall be cast down, saith the Lord. All right. He said that we are gods, but we shall fall like one of the princes. Okay. And that's what's going to happen. The time is at hand. Okay. Verse 13 of Jeremiah 8, I will surely consume them, saith the Lord. There shall be no grapes on the vine, nor figs on the fig tree, and the leaf shall fade, and the thing that I have given them shall pass away from them. Why do we sit still? Assemble yourselves, and let us enter into the defense cities, and let us be silent there. For the Lord our God hath put us to silence, and given us waters of gall to drink, because we have sinned against the Lord. All right? Man. We looked for peace, but no good came, and for a time of health, and behold, trouble. The snorting of his horses was heard from Dan. The whole land trembled at the sound of the neighing of his strong ones. For they are come and have devoured the land and all that is in it, the city and those that dwell therein. All right. For behold, I will send serpents, cockatrices among you, which will not be charmed, and they shall bite you, saith the Lord. Verse 18, when I would comfort myself against sorrow, my heart is faint in me. Behold, the voice of the cry of the daughter of my people, because of them that dwell in a far country. Is not the Lord in Zion? Is not her king in her? Why have they provoked me to anger with their graven images and with strange vanities? The harvest is past, the summer is ended, we are not saved. For the hurt of the daughter of my people am I hurt. I am black. Astonishment hath taken hold on me. All right. Is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician there? Why then is not the health of the daughter of my people recovered? Okay. So you can go back and read that Jeremiah 8 again and listen to it. Hear those words as you speak it, man. Does that sound like now? Does that sound like you now? Does that sound like us now? All right. Outside of the remnant. Okay. Anyway, so now to the warning. I wanted to read that Good News translation of that and the NLT. Let me see. I'm not going to read the whole chapter. I'm going to just read this point. I'll go to the point. Jeremiah 8. And a brother just did a lesson on not praying for people who are not in this truth. Okay. He was actually, we had talked about it, and he was going through like a mock conversation with these people, like, you asking me to pray for you? What's wrong with your mouth? Why can't you pray? All right, why do you want me to send up a prayer? Especially knowing that someone is outside of this, doesn't want to hear this, is being wicked and is comfortable in their wicked ways. Why do you want me to do that? All right, the Lord isn't going to be happy for people who send up prayers for wicked people, knowing that they are wicked. And I just turned to his page, is what made me think about it. This is Jeremiah 7. I know we're going to read some of 8, but this is Jeremiah 7 and 16. And above, this is a Good News translation. Above verse 16, it reads, the people's disobedience. It reads, the Lord said, Jeremiah, right? The Lord is saying this to Jeremiah. Okay? Do not pray for these people. Do not cry or pray on the behalf, on their behalf, excuse me. Do not plead with me, for I will not listen to you. Don't you see what they are doing in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? The children gather firewood, the men build fires, and the women mix dough to bake cakes for the goddess they call the Queen of Heaven. This is for all you women worshipers out there, man. They also pour out offerings of wine to other gods in order to hurt me. But am I really the one they are hurting? No, they are hurting themselves and bringing shame on themselves. And so I, the sovereign Lord, will pour out my fierce anger on this temple. I will pour it out on people and animals alike, and even on the streets, and even on the trees and the crops. My anger will be like a fire that no one can put out. Man. But the point was, the Lord said to Jeremiah, do not pray for these people. He's talking about Israel, Israelites, man. Do not cry or pray on their behalf. Do not plead with me, for I will not listen to you. Jeremiah 7, verse 16. That was just verse 16 in the Good News translation. All right. Okay. So if you're wicked, all right, if you're not wanting to hear this truth, don't ask us to pray for you, man. Don't ask us to pray for you. I read it one more time. Jeremiah 7. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see what the King James says really quick. All right. Just in case you're not listening to the Good News translation, that said it pretty clear right there. Let's go ahead to the King James, and then we'll get back to Jeremiah 8. And then we'll get back to the warning, Lord willing. All right. Jeremiah 7. And all right, yeah, Jeremiah 7 and 16 in the King James 16:11. It reads, therefore, pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee. Oh, man. Okay, so good news. Hey, that's Jeremiah chapter 8. We're moving on, man. So Jeremiah 8. Uh, let's see. I'll start at 3. Keep in mind, we're talking about Israelites here, all right? Jeremiah 8 and 3 in the good news. And the people of this evil nation who survive, who live in the places where I have scattered them, will prefer to die rather than go on living. I, the Lord Almighty, have spoken. All right. Verse 4, the heading above verse 4 in the good news reads, Sin and Punishment. The Lord told me to say to his people, when someone falls down, doesn't he get back up? If someone misses the road, doesn't he turn back? Why then, my people, do you turn away from me without ever returning back, or without ever turning back? You cling to your idols and refuse to return to me. I listened carefully, but you did not speak the truth. Not one of you has been sorry for your wickedness. Not one of you has asked, what have I done wrong? Each of you keep on going your own way, like a horse rushing into battle. Even storks know when it is time to return. Doves, swallows, and thrushes know when it is time to migrate. But my people, you do not know the laws by which I rule you. How can you say that you are wise and that you know my laws? Look, the laws have been changed by dishonest scribes. Your wise men are put to shame. They are confused and trapped. They have rejected my words. What wisdom do they have now? So I will gather their fields to new owners and their wives to other men. Everyone, great and small, tries to make money dishonestly. Even prophets and priests cheat the people. Yeah. They act as if my people's wounds were only scratches. All is well, they say, when all is not well. My people, were you ashamed because you did these disgusting things? No, you were not ashamed at all. You don't even know how to blush, and so you will fall as others have fallen. When I punish you, that will be the end of you. I, the Lord, have spoken. Man. I'll keep on reading for a minute, man. This is verse 13, Jeremiah 8 in the Good News translation. I wanted to gather my people as a farmer gathers a harvest, but they are like a vine with no grapes, like a fig tree with no figs. Even the leaves have withered. Therefore, I have allowed outsiders to take over the land. All right. Man. All right. What was that? That was Jeremiah 8 through 13. Jeremiah 8:13 in the Good News translation. I'm going to try to remember that. All right, but anyway, let's go ahead and get back to the warning now. Maybe, we'll see. All right, so Revelation 13, verses 16 and 17. 16, it reads, and he causeth all. Okay, who is that he? Let's see. This is 2 Thessalonians 2. Second Thessalonians 2 and all right. Let me read a little bit of this now, okay? It said, and he causeth all. So who is this he? All right, we're going to read a little bit of clues, little clue, all right? This Second Thessalonians 2 and I'll start at 3, okay? Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Okay, so the falling away. A lot of people get this. A lot of people pertain that to now, but the falling away because they like to hang on to the Jesus word. Okay, and they see people leaving Christianity because it's BS, man. All right, but this falling away talked about in the time of Solomon. Okay, in the time of Solomon, in the time, excuse me, not Saul, in the time of 70 A.D. Excuse me, in the time of 70 A.D. when they sacked or tore down the temple. Okay, all right, that made everything over. That was the desolation. Okay, people fell away then. That was the falling away. Okay, and the man of sin is being revealed now. All right, we know who Esau is now. Okay, so the falling away happened, and the man of sin has been revealed. Okay, who is that man of sin? This is verse 4 of Second Thessalonians chapter 2. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God. All right, does he not do that? Esau is above everything. You let him tell it, or you let him show it. He is above everything. All right. Again, Second Thessalonians 2 and 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. All right. I think now I don't have this technology in front of me to look at this, but if you look at the I think it's called the apotheosis or apotheosis of Washington. I can't think of the name of it, man. But I think it's that dome in the Capitol building. Now I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You can go look. Go look at this, and I'll go look too. And Lord willing, the next video we'll talk about this. All right. The apotheosis of Washington. I think. I'm not sure, but that dome in the Capitol building. All right. There's a painting, and it supposedly shows. Um, um, See now, I think I'm getting two things confused. I don't know if that's the one that shows George Washington sitting in the seat like he is the Lord. Okay. There's also another painting. I'm not gonna talk about where it's at because I can't. I'm getting so many things that come into mind now. I don't want to get it confused, and I don't want to confuse you. But there's another mural of supposed to be Adam and Yahweh. All right, touching fingers, naked, man. Who who put them up there in that flesh tone? Okay, and then naked, touching fingers, man. Who does that, man? And got little naked angels crawling all over the place, man. Blaspheme, man. It said the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Um, he covereth the faces of the judges. Uh, Just paraphrasing because I can't remember it exactly. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who and where is he? Who did that? Who painted over? Which that's just a straight blasphemy. But who painted themselves in that position? Okay, who painted themselves to look like they are God? All right, put themselves in a position of God. Okay, painted the Lord to look like them. Who did this? All right, the wicked. So back to Second Thessalonians chapter 2. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. All right, verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. All right, this is a time for him to be revealed, man. He's been being revealed. I don't mean today. I don't mean he just now got started being revealed today. All right. His hand has been at work for a long time. Okay. The men of the Lord pointed out whom Esau Edom was through these pages, man. He fits the prophecy. He fits the prophecy. Okay. Certain people fit the prophecy. All right. All right. Yeah. His hand has already been at work in his deceptiveness. All right. In his wickedness. Verse 7 of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. All right, these prophets are out here eating these people up. All right, prophesying, showing you who this man is. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So when the Lord comes, you're going to get rid of him, man. All right, now listen to this. Verse 9 of the 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Even him, well, I'll start at 8 again, all right? And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. All right, the Holy Spirit put the understanding into the men of the Lord, and they're pointing at, they got a finger point. All of these fingers are pointing at Esau, Edom, okay, through prophecy. We're telling you who they are, man. It's plain. Again, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So on the second coming, man, Esau got it. All right. It says, verse 9, it says, even him whose coming is after the work of Satan. Okay. So they do the things that Satan tells them to do. They don't even consider the Lord. They don't consider that the spiritual demon Satan is working for the Lord, man. Making them show themselves. Okay? Putting them directly in their lot, man. Again, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. Okay? All right? Because they receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved. All right? You Israelites. Okay? You're not listening to the truth. So he's giving you up to fall for this man's deceivableness, man. The workings of Satan. All right? The signs and lying wonders. All right? And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. And that Jesus is a lie. That Christianity is a lie, man. It's a stronghold. Verse 12, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. That they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. All right? When people tell you the law is dead and you take that and run with it, that's showing that you have pleasure in unrighteousness, man. The law is righteousness. So which one is it? Is the law gone? Is the law gone, or do you have pleasure in righteousness? Because if the law is gone and you you run with that because you have pleasure in unrighteousness. Verse 13 of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. But we are bound to give thanks always to God for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because God hath from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth. Who is that talking to? Definitely isn't talking to somebody who thinks that the law is gone. They think they can eat what they want and do what they want. All they have to do is profess that they love and have faith. But then that's it. That's where it stops. All right, somebody tries to tell you the truth, you get offended in it. All right, verse 14 of 2 Thessalonians 2nd chapter. Whereunto he called you by our gospel to the obtaining of the glory of the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach. Therefore, brethren, stand fast and hold the traditions which ye have been taught, whether by word or our epistle. All right, by men. The Lord put the Spirit on men. Verse 16 of 2 Thessalonians 2nd chapter. Now our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach himself and God even our Father, which hath loved us and hath given us everlasting consolation and good hope through grace, comfort your hearts and establish you in every good word and work. All right, so that pointed to who this he is in Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, when you do this, that is a culmination of you following after this man, worshiping this man, basically. Okay? Lord's men try to tell you the truth, but you hold on to what these people have told you. One way or another, the things that you hold on to are things that these people have told you. Okay? And also, this thing is in the earth. So the micro C hip itself is not sin. All right? It's the taking of the micro C hip that is sin. All right? Okay? Taking of this thing is sin. Okay? And the Lord said not to do it, man. All right? So you're going to have a choice. Either build up your treasures in heaven, and only the Lord knows what you're going to do. The Lord put you in your place to take it or not. We are supposed to warn you of these things anyway. The Lord put that in us to do. Okay, whether you hear or forbear. Okay, it's up to the Lord. All right. So either listen to the Lord, okay, and still have to suffer what we got to suffer, okay, but we still have what's on the other side of that suffering to look forward to, because we kept hold of the Lord and his sayings. We held on to faith and hope. We trusted and believed. Okay? Or you can listen to this man and still have to suffer the things coming. And then have to answer to the Lord after you suffer. All right? This man is only a man. And this is not a YOLO thing. This isn't you only live once. You going to see the Lord, man. In the end of this, you're going to see the Lord one way or another. Okay? But us who hold on to the things that the Lord tells us, we may not even see death. All right? It says that not all of us will sleep. All right? So you don't know who's going to die and who doesn't. Some of us, yes, will also be beheaded for telling the truth. Okay? Some of us. All right? But gladly, we will go under the sword for obeying the Lord rather than disobeying. Okay? I'm sorry, I just heard a sound that just threw me off. But so, if you don't listen to this man, he will push you out of society. You will not be in your comfort zone anymore. So can you imagine not taking a hold of the Lord's words, okay, and trying to defy them in the end, but you denied the Lord also? So now you're really gonna have to suffer, man. You're gonna be out of society and out of the sight of the Lord, man. Okay? Or you can take this thing, still be in your comfort zone, and still see death. Still see the Lord's punishment. I'd rather serve the Lord, man. Verse 17 speaks of this being kicked out of society, okay? Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So unless you take this thing, you won't be able to buy or sell anything. Anything. Okay? This what is this called? CBDC, all right, tracks everything. All right. Tracks everything that is bought and sold. You think you're gonna sell something, they're gonna know about it. Who knows? They may put many drones in the sky to watch your ass. Your neighbor could be watching you because he truly, he's not lukewarm on serving this man. So he may truly serve this man. You do something out of pocket, hey, he gonna tell on you, man. Either way, there is no middle ground. Not with them, and not with the Lord. You're gonna have to pick a side. There ain't no doing it your own way. One way or the other, you are going to get caught up. No middle ground. All right, so do not take this micro C-hip. The Lord commanded this. Do not take it. Okay? The Lord told us to warn you of this. I'll go ahead and read an example of if you get this thing. Revelation 14 now, verses 9 and 10. I'm gonna actually start at no, I'm gonna start at 9. I'm gonna start at 9. So it reads, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. All right, that covered verse 16 of Revelation 13. All right, it reads, all right, so if you don't take it, they're going to push you out of society. Now listen to this. If you do take it, this is what the Lord has in store for you. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, man. On one end, they're saying, all right, well, We're going to kick you out of society. All right. They might even give you death threats that are not empty. Okay. But the Lord said, you are going to drink of the wine of the wrath of God, man. I'd rather be kicked out of society than drink of the wine of the wrath of God. Nah, I pass on that, man. I pray, okay? That does not sound good. Don't sound like it's worth taking a chance, okay? Again, verse 10 of chapter 14 of Revelation. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, without mixture, man. A straight shot of wrath. Not just any wrath, hold on. Wine of the wrath of God, man. In his cup of indignation. And he shall be tormented, all right, that he is, whoever takes his mark, shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, all right? So the holy angels are, they're there watching you being tormented, man. In the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Who's that Lamb? It's the Savior, the Deliverer, Yahweh Shai, right? And if he's all love, all about peace, how is it that you are going to be tormented with fire and brimstone in his presence? Hmm? All right. Again, Revelation chapter 16. I'm going to read the summary first, all right? It reads, the angels pour out their vials full of wrath, the plagues that follow thereupon. All right. It says, the anointed cometh as a thief. Blessed are they that watch. All right. I'll start at 1. The point is in verse 2. This is Revelation chapter 16. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of God upon the earth. Does that sound like love and peace? Pour out the vials of the wrath of God upon the earth. Verse 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. All right, so again, what is noisome? What is grievous? What is a sore? All right, a noisome and grievous sore. And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. And that's pretty plain. But guess what? A lot of people are going to take this. A lot of people, more people than not, are going to take this. All right, because they love not the truth. Okay, so the Lord gave them up to believe a lie, man. All right, so that's one of many warnings in these pages that the Lord told us to tell you about. All right, he declared the end from the beginning. This is what separates this from every other thing. This thing is living. This thing is alive and it is speaking. And it has been throughout all time. Okay? Anyway, so Kohalal Yahweh. Kohalal Yahweh. Bahashem. Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Makakwadash. All right, double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, where I have learned this truth and where I am still learning this truth. And also shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. Lord willing, I am of that number, man. Lord willing, I am of that number. And if you understand this, all right, you know you should pray constantly. Let me try to think of this verse. And I probably won't be able to get it. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah. Hold on really quick, all right? Let me see if I can get this verse. Hold on a second, all right? Hold on. Let's see. I know some of y'all probably out there screaming at the screen because you know what I'm looking for. It's all right, though. Searching it this way will make it stick even more so. All right, repetition. I think I'm in the wrong book. I think I'm in the wrong book. Something's telling me to go. Yeah, let's go here first. All right. Oh, hold on. I might have. I don't know. I don't want to say I remembered it. Let's just see. Mm. Uh. Well, I will read this because I just remembered this part. It says this is Proverbs 1:19 and 9. It reads, "Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word." This is how we get clean. Okay? It's word. All right, hold on. That's not exactly what I was looking for, so hold on. I know as soon as, if I don't find it while this video is on, probably find it right after. And something's telling me, I think past it. But let's go to one. What's 114? What is 114? That's not it either. I don't know if I'll find it, man. I don't know. It's all right, but let's try those songs. Oh, hold on. I don't know. I'll I don't know. Maybe we'll find it. Yeah, we'll find it in between videos, and I'll let you know. But it's the one where it says cease not praying. You know, don't stop praying, man. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna make this video go any longer. But it's the one where it says, never cease praying. Okay, don't stop praying. All right. So anyway, again, call halal Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahweh Shai, Baal Shem Rakaha Kodash. All right, double honors again to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, where I have learned this truth, where I'm still learning this truth, and another shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. All right. Lord willing, I am of that number. And we will see you in the next video, Lord willing. All right. Shalom.